The drought situation has worsened in 19 of the 23 arid and semi-arid counties, with the number of people facing starvation hitting 4.1 million in June, up from 3.5 million in May.
The worst hit county is Turkana, where the livestock are dying in the hundreds and residents are malnourished. As Safi Godana reports, the children below the age of 5 and lactating mothers are the most affected, with malnutrition rates now standing at 33%.
According to the National Drought Early Warning Bulletin, 8 counties are at the alarm phase, 11 in the alert phase, while 4 are approaching the alert phase. Besides 4.1 million people, 5 million have been affected by the dry spell, the worst hit being Turkana. Turkana is the second largest of Kenya's 47 counties after Marsabit, covering more than 10% of the country's landmass. Nearly half of its over 900,000 population is facing starvation, according to a report by Save the Children International. Lodwar town is located in Turkana Central, where the county headquarters is situated, and a hub of activity with tourists and traders driving the local economy. Here, everything seems fine, with the scorching sun as the only inconvenience. But 300 kilometers away in Lorengo area, north of the county, lies a humanitarian catastrophe, a ticking time bomb. We meet hundreds of mothers with their children at this outreach on the outskirts of the Lorengo village, Turkana North. This 33-year-old mother of 4, Ekwam Ekupor, is here with her children for outreach services. Her 4 children are suffering from severe malnutrition, and so is the mother.
There is a lot of hunger here because we have lost all the animals to the biting drought. We survive on 1 meal a day if we get anything from our neighbors. We only eat in the evening.
Hunger pang has forced many people here to resort to consuming wild fruits for survival. However, trees are no longer producing those fruits.
We normally get the best meal from our animals, that is milk. And now, without it, these children will not survive the situation.
Ekwam's 3-year-old daughter is severely malnourished, wobbling legs and unstable. Ekwam tells us that she misses her bubbly child who had so much energy.
We have some parents or some caregivers who migrate, and it becomes a challenge in terms of tracing them. So it becomes absenteeism and defaulters.
32-year-old Pelekech Kimwon, a mother of 5, is 8 months pregnant. She too is malnourished. Her family's only source of meal is the wild fruit. Here, wild fruit, referred to as ekoleso, is the only meal for lack of any other alternative food.
I normally go to the banks of the seasonal rivers to gather the fruits. We do not have an alternative livelihood.
They are pastoralists. They don't depend on agriculture. They don't do farming. They are pastoralists. They are moving from one place to another, looking for pasture.
The prolonged dry spell in the drought-stricken county has been attributed to the county's worsening nutrition status, which now stands at 33%, double the World Health Organization WHO emergency threshold of 15%. The situation is similar in Turkana South, where 41% of children, 2% more than the north, where 39% of the child population is affected. Residents of Lorengo once in a while benefit from outreach programs brought closer to them by government and other non-governmental organizations. Grandma Lotukoi is here with her 1-year-old grandchild.
The child's mother went to water the animals far away from home.
Some 4 kilometers from here is the Locher Edome water point. Despite going for days without food, men and women here have no luxury of rest. Search for water is a hassle. They have to dig the ground to get out loads of sand before they get to the precious commodity.
We dig the well for like 10 days because we don't have the energy since we are working on an empty stomach. But when full and energetic, we do it even for 5 days and get the water out.
Awet Akuya is struggling to water her animals. She tells us that she has not eaten for 2 consecutive days.
As I stand here, I feel so dizzy because I have not eaten for days. I am almost falling into this well.
With this water only lasting for 4 days on the maximum, Awet and her family then resume the search for the precious commodity elsewhere.
Drying of this shallow well means the death of us and our livestock.
Here, children as young as 6 years take up responsibilities at early age. We are told this is just one of the ways of preparing them for the hardships ahead. For a girl child, life here is more difficult. Not only do they miss out on a lot of their childhood because of shadowing their mothers on household responsibilities, but they are also at risk of early marriage because they are beaded and displayed at the market at a tender age with little hope of education. The nearest school is about 20 kilometers away, and no parent is willing to allow their children to pursue education that far away.
Even as we get into the home stretch of political campaigns countrywide, residents here are least concerned of the outcome of the forthcoming general elections, as getting a meal a day is already a tall order. Safi Godana, Citizen TV, Lorengo, Turkana North, Turkana County.